Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari यशोदानन्दन व्रजनरन्दन यमुनातीरवनचारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजनरन्दन यमुना Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare श्री राधा गोपी वल्लभ की जय, श्री जगन्नाथ सुभद्रा की जय, निताय गौरंग भगवान की जय। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना नातान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चना गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरद्विषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गौ ब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामीनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। karoti vachalam pangam langayate girim yat kripah tamaham mande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Om Pavitro Pavitro Va Sarvavastham Gatopi Va Yat Smaret Pundarikaksha Sabhyabhyantaram Suche Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Hare Krishna. So it's been a long gap in between our satsangs. Hare Krishna. Welcome back, Prabhuji. After a long time. 6 months you're not here, right?
Yes.
You went to US. Hare Krishna. Welcome back. See, you're back from US and back to satsang. Yeah. So there has been a 2 weeks gap. Happy Dasera. Belated to all of you, all the families. I hope you all had a good time. आप सभी लोगों ने अच्छा फैमिली के साथ टाइम बिताया होगा. We also went to Sri Salem, some of us, during the Dasera time. It was wonderful there. I'd like to share, because it's a chapter on devotional service. Today we're going to start the most confidential knowledge, which is about devotional service. And when we were in Sri Salem, we were told about a devotee called Akka Mahadevi. How many have heard about her name? Yeah, you've gone to the temple? It's right inside. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. So there are so many devotees around the world, right? And especially in this Bharat Varsha, we're fortunate that there are so many devotees, and we don't even know about them, right? So there is this beautiful pastime of a devotee. Her name is Akka Mahadevi, and she is from Karnataka. Yeah, she is from Karnataka, and she loves Lord Shiva. She just wants to serve Lord Shiva. So she happens to be such a strong devotee that she told that if I'll marry only Lord Shiva, nobody else. And then the local king of Karnataka at the time, he was very attracted to her. She was a very beautiful woman. He was... Are you all able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay. Some background music. Yeah, so she was so attracted to Lord Shiva that, yeah. So the local king was attracted to her, and he wanted to marry her. And he put a lot of force on her family that I want to marry you. At that time, she told that, okay, I'll marry, but I'll marry you after tapasya. You have to give me some place in your kingdom where I will do some tapasya for some time. Then you can associate with me. Something like that. And he gave that place, but he was becoming very eager. He did not want to wait for the tapasya to get over. So he came and he wanted to come and hug her while she's doing the tapasya. When he attempted to do that, immediately she got up and she became very angry. Why did you do something like this? Why are you trying to do something like this? And then in her, he saw his Ishtadev. He immediately saw her, and when he saw her God. God is there in her, like that he saw. She became very scared. Then after that, she left that place and she came to this place called Sri Salem. And she came there and she was worshipping Lord Shiva. And after that, she asked permission from Lord Shiva and Brahmaramba Devi that I want to be your servant. I need a place where nobody will disturb me. I just want to serve you. So they assigned a place which is in the interiors of the mountains. Right now also we can go there. And Swayam Mallikarjun Swami, that is Lord Shiva, and his wife appeared there in the form of a lingam. Swayambhu lingam. That this lingam is Swayambhu. So it's there. It's there right behind her. So when she's doing tapasya, behind her this lingam is there. So it's a small cave, literally so small that it's impossible almost for you to even get inside. Right? And I'm a little hefty person. At one point I got, what do you call it, claustrophobic, where you feel that you are being, you feel that you are being almost choked up, right? You can't breathe. It was a cave. Inside that cave there are bats, a lot of smell of bats. And then we got inside and we were almost 50 of us. And then we went inside and then, at one point the cave goes like this and then it takes a right and then a left. While you're going that straight itself, I can't fit in, right? And you're almost 50 meters inside the stone. Just imagine you're 50 meters inside the stone, and if you fall there, nobody will bring you out also. Very well. And then you have to take a right and then a left. And finally, when the left came, it's like as far as that second AC. From here and there, the lingam is there. And you want to touch it or no? It's just a question that do you want to go more inside or no? Right? And before the lingam, the cave becomes like this, and it is slanted. It was crazy. Then one by one person, whoever went inside, by coming out completely sweated, completely sweated, drenched, and then we came outside. So the Akka Mahadevi is still sitting there and doing tapasya. That's the belief. And there's one lady who is living there every day. She just comes there and lives 6 months. She continuously lives there, and I don't know how she manages groceries or anything at all. And she's the only one who lives there. Like, it's thick jungle. There's nothing around, right? And just water and jungle. So we did some bhajan there. And so why am I sharing this story is because devotion is universal. And there are so many devotees and there are so many places. One would wonder why would such a person go and stay in a place like that? Because that's devotion. Nobody can explain why people take austerities, right? I can tell you, if you see that place, you will not live there even for more than 2-3 hours. You will just want to go. It's so alienated. Nothing around the world is connected to that, right? And there is, if you get into water, there are alligators also there. The other side of Krishna River, where the water stores. So anyway, it was a nice experience seeing devotee of Lord Shiva in such a beautiful way. And she has grown her hair so much that her hair is covering her entire body as a cloth. Actually, when the king comes to hug her, she removes her clothes and throws on him and says, "This is the body you are so attracted to. What is there in this body except mucus, pus, bone, marrow? What is there?" And she throws the dress on her, and her hair becomes a dress, and that is how she lives there. Yeah, and she actually, when she tells Lord Shiva that I want to do tapasya there, I think some sage or somebody asks her that you are so beautiful and you are sitting there naked. Don't you think you'll be disturbed when people will come and look at you? And then she says that, I know that I'm the soul, I'm not this body. So what is there to be disturbed with? Right? So it's a next level of consciousness that she carries. So anyway, I think I've done enough tourism pitch for you to go there. It's a nice place to go. It's a 1.5-2 hours. You have to go in a boat from Sri Salem, and then you will see this cave. Even elderly people can go, not inside, but at least in the cave you can go. Inside is not recommended. It's really. So we have reached in Bhagavad Gita a point where we are going to enter into the most confidential knowledge, Guha Jnanam, right? The chapter name itself is most confidential knowledge, right? What did we finish till now? We finished in the last chapter, 8th chapter. He explained, how do you attain me? How can you come to me, right? Can anyone remember? Or 2 weeks is too long. Through devotion you can come to me, right? If not through devotion, then the path is very difficult, right? If you die in the sun, you will never come back. During the daytime, during night, you will come back. You have to sit straight. And the chakras have to be pointed. Your life air should come to the forehead, and forehead to the Brahmarandra. From Brahmarandra, it has to shoot up, and then you can choose which planet you want to go. All that thing, it's very difficult for us to even think. So Krishna makes it very simple, saying that intelligent person will not take all this route. He'll just become a devotee. Become a devotee, become a bhakta, and everything is taken care, isn't it? You want something from somebody, there is a formal way, there is an informal way. Right? Informal way is always the simplest way, right? Where you develop a relationship with that person, and then you can go. You can get whatever you want, isn't it? If your neighbor is your friend, if if your neighbor is your friend wherever you live, then you don't have to worry about a lot of things, right? There's a little more sound in your house also. They'll be like, "Mera dost hai, chale gaya." If your neighbor is not your friend, then you have to be friends with the maintenance office because they'll complain. Why is this much out? So everything is achievable through love and devotion. So Lord Krishna makes it simple in each chapter that you can achieve me through love and devotion. Become my devotee, mere bhakt ban jao, and do whatever I say, and whatever I'm going to tell you will bring you out of this world. You're stuck in the cycle of birth and death, right? And he also explains you have to choose me at the time of death, which is the most difficult thing to do. Right? In each chapter we discussed about Anta Kale only. At the time of death, you have to make a choice. Can you make a choice at the time of death without choosing him throughout your life? Cannot. You just cannot. In a whole life, you are attracted to something else. At the time of death, you'll say, "No, I'm attracted to somebody else." No, it's not going to work like that. Whole life, you have to be a devotee. And then it will be a natural process for you to choose Krishna at the time of death. So now this chapter has got beautiful verses. Actually, it's like a cream of, when you make a sandwich, right? You have bread on the top, bread on the bottom, right? And then you have, so first 6 chapters, next 6 chapters, last 6 chapters. So between 6 chapters are like the patty, the real thing that you want, right? And in that 16th chapter, this is like a cream. Like most comprehension of it. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Idam Tute Guhyatamam Pravakshyami Anushuyave Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yat Jnatva Mokshase Shubha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence." So here Lord Krishna is telling that why am I giving this knowledge to you? Why am I giving this knowledge to you? Because you are not envious of me. Very important. God doesn't give the knowledge to anybody and everybody. Why? Because they can misuse the knowledge. People who are interested only will get that knowledge. People who are not interested, even if you give, they'll not understand. Number 1. And number 2, they will misuse that knowledge. How will they misuse the knowledge? They will? Exactly. See, there is Durga, Mother Durga. What is Mother Durga's role? Maya Dikshena Prakriti Suyata Satarajana. Yeturane Kamante Jagat Viparivarta. We just had Dasara festival worshipping Mata. Right? Her biggest job is to make sure that you will not go and disturb God. You will not go and disturb Krishna. She is a layer in between. The whole material world is circulated by Mother Durga. And Lord Shiva is her husband. Right? Now, if there is somebody who is not qualified, manages to go out of the material world and he goes into the spiritual world, he'll create disturbance in the spiritual world. Right? So Mother Durga will make sure she'll put all kinds of tests. One by one test, is this person really qualified to go to Krishna? Again, he will do all that things. She will do all those things. And as soon as she sees that somebody is not qualified, what will she do? She'll make him stay here for longer time. Right? And to make him stay here for longer time, what does she need to do? If you want somebody to, say, if you want somebody to not come and disturb you, what you should do with it? You should give him more attraction there. Makes sense? If Mother Durga wants to keep you in the material world, what does she need to give in the material world? 1 5-bedroom villa, 1 Audi car, one alluring job with 5 lakhs per month take home, minimum. Beautiful wife. These are all things she'll give. Why? Don't disturb God. Marwani pe. Materialistic opulence is a curse for somebody who wants to leave this world. Because it's a diversion. Krishna says, what is that? Bhoktaram, Bhogeshwara Prashaktanam Daya Abrati Chesasam Vyavasayatmika Buddhi Samadhav Navidiyate. Bhoga and Aishwarya. Bhoga means what? Nice enjoyment, enjoyable things that you can eat, that you can hear. Aishwarya, wealth. These two things are simply attracting people to stay here. The people who actually understand the meaning of it, ये क्या है सब कुछ नाटक है कुछ भी नहीं है, right? They will go to court. So what Durga will do is she will give people. That's why people go for Durga worship, right? Why do people go Durga worship? पैसा दो, पैसा लो, पैसा दो, है कि नहीं? थोड़ा पैसा लो, ज़्यादा पैसा दो, right? So they give money. And she also okay, enjoy. मैं ये पे मर सड़ते रहे. पैदा हो मर. जन्मा मृत्यु जरा व्याज, जन्मा मृत्यु जरा व्याज. But an intelligent person, hey, what is going on? Why am I earning so much? Why am I dying again? Then he'll awaken. So my question was, what will Vedic knowledge do? What will this confidential knowledge do if we give it to people who are not interested? That's where we started, right? Problem that will happen is, I will tell a lot of things about Krishna. You are not interested in Krishna, then what will you do? You will commit more offenses. Right? I'll tell Krishna is Supreme Lord. He took care of the gopis. Gopis loved him. And he has 16,108 wives and this and that. Now a person who is not a devotee of Krishna, what will he see in that? Okay? 16,000 patni uske. Huh? And he took away he helped Arjuna kill Karna. Huh? What kind of a God is it? He made Niyata Karna, he made him kill. What kind of a God is? So what is happening here? You are getting the knowledge, but you are using that knowledge to find faults in God. Are you understanding? You are not using that knowledge to understand God. Why is he doing what he is doing? You are just using the knowledge to find faults in God. And when you find more faults in God, what will Mother Durga do? One more villa. One more life. Because you are creating yourself more. See, if you would have not known about Krishna, that's still better now. If you know Krishna and then you speak wrong things about Krishna, that will take you even far. You understand? Did you all understand? That is why Krishna is saying, I am giving this knowledge to you because you are not envious of me. Only to a devotee this knowledge is given. Somebody has to come here, sit in the satsang. Then only I will know that yes, you are interested. Otherwise, we should not. See, if sometimes I get an invite. Prabhuji, come and speak something nice. There is a marriage function going on. You think I'll go and speak Bhagavad Gita there? I will never speak Bhagavad Gita there. Because this is a knowledge which is sacred. It should only be given to devotees. People who are interested in. I will not speak Bhagavatam there. I will speak some general philosophy. Some being good, nice good. Seva karo, dan karo. Like that I'll speak and I'll come. They'll be happy with that. But knowledge of Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, I would never speak to people who are not interested. Or they are not sitting there for that purpose. Why? Because if I share that, they will go even far from God. They'll start finding unnecessary faults and they will not clarify that. They'll create more confusion in themselves and others also. And that is the reason Krishna is saying here that Arjuna, I am giving this knowledge to you because you are not envious of me. You following? Itna arth hai ek shlok mein. So I'll just do the translation again. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved from the miseries of material existence. Meaning, this will make your path even more easy. Why is this continuation? How is this verse continuation of the last verse? See the 8th chapter last verse. What is it telling here? 8th chapter last verse. He's saying, a person who accepts the path of devotional service is not bereft of the results derived from studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, undergoing austerities, giving charity, or pursuing philosophical and fruitive activities. Simply by performing devotional service, he attains all these, and at the end he reaches the supreme eternal abode. So he is introducing devotional service in the last chapter, and in this chapter he is telling how to do the devotional service. Right? It's a continuation. So he's going forward from there. Right? Yeah. Second verse. Please repeat. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartumabhyayam. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is a perfection of religion. It is everlasting, and it is joyfully performed. Right? This beautiful part, the way he ends is, it is joyfully performed. Religion means it is not filled with hatred. No religion teaches hatred. कोई भी धर्म हिंसा नहीं सिखाता, प्यार सिखाता. Religion means it should be joyfully performed. Right? What is happening between Israel and Palestine right now is not religion. It's got nothing to do with religion. It is just, you can say, rage or tamoguna, right? Mode of ignorance, where you are just wanting to kill each other brutally, horribly, doing in the name of religion. No religion should teach. If there is any religion which is teaching hatred in you, that is not a religion. That is some nonsense thing written by some person and people are following it. It cannot be religion. Krishna is telling what is religion. Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 2nd sloka is saying it should be joyfully performed. And it should create a relationship between everybody, where you don't hate anybody. For example, after doing this class, if I am going to tell, okay, you are all part of Krishna, everybody else go kill them. Is that religion? ये धर्म सो धर्म बोलते हैं? नहीं बोलते. This is all ulterior motive driven religions. If I go and tell, okay, now you have learned Bhagavad Gita, go and convert another 10 people to Bhagavad Gita. Is that religion? In fact, what did I tell in the beginning? Don't tell this knowledge to people unless they are interested. Okay? Oh, no problem. Sorry, no, I am sorry. Don't tell this knowledge to people if they are interested. Why? Because they unnecessarily become more confused. They unnecessarily create more problems for themselves and others also. People who are interested will get the next level of knowledge. We don't force the knowledge on anyone, right? So, and this knowledge is what? Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. It is given to kings, people who are going to direct others. King matlab, immediately don't imagine a big, cap on me and I'm sitting on a darbar like that. Of course, but it is given to leaders. That's what it means. And who is not a leader here? Everybody is a leader here, isn't it? Mataji is a leader for her children, isn't it? We are a leader in an office. So we are a leader. At different levels, we are all leaders. This knowledge is given to leaders. I'll tell a funny incident that happened. And when I was leaving US, that time in Boston, not US, I was leaving Boston and I was going to some other state. So I was giving a farewell, before going, I was giving a gift to people. They were giving me some gifts, I was giving some gifts on the office floor. So I chose to give a Bhagavad Gita. One Bhagavad Gita, one small other book, and one adventurous book of my book. So I made a whole package of that and I was going and giving people. And I was also giving a small Gaur-Nita also like that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, holding the hands like this. Small one I ordered, like 100 of them I ordered. And I was giving each one of them. So Americans were there. They all liked it. I was giving them. So there was one person who was the head of the entire IT department of that company. Very big person, like very high in position. His name was John Singleton. Yeah. So normally he would not give his audience to anybody and everybody. He's there on the floor, but for me to meet him, there is a secretary. She sits outside his room, and I have to go and tell, I want to meet John. And she will tell, why do you want to meet John? I want this. No, you can't approach. You have to go to your company person and speak. So even when somebody like Azim Premji, like a head of Wipro would go, he would give audience only to such kind of people. And there's a very big company. It's called State Street Corporation. It's a big investment banker in US. In fact, the biggest investment banker. So John Singleton is there. He's head of IT. Then I thought I should, before I go, why don't I give Krishna to him? I'll just leave Bhagavad Gita there if he's interested, like that. So I went and told the secretary that I want to give. I also gave the secretary one pack of boss. The boss would come there. He would ask for a from John Singleton. So I would go to the secretary. So he knows me well. So I told I'm going now. He said, oh, you're going? What happened? He said, I'm leaving Boston, this and that. Here is your small gift I wanted to give before I go. Some books, some small dogs. I said, very nice, very nice. Then I told, can I also give one to John? You can't do that. She said, you can't do it. You can't meet him. He's very busy. You can leave your gift on his table if you want. Like that. So I went and I kept the whole package on his table, and then I left. Next day morning, I saw a letter on my chair. A simple small paper. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've known you, I've seen you on the floor, never got to talk. This was something that I was waiting to get. Come and meet me, John Singleton. I was shocked. What? I would never even meet him, he would never even see me. Never. John Singleton is kept. Then I saw that. Then I called my boss. He's working there as a client partner for the last 10 years. He never met us. So I told him, boss, I have this letter. He said, really? Are you sure? Yes, somebody must be joking with you. Somebody has written there. He said, no, I don't. It's written there. What did you do? He said, I kept a gift for him. He said, okay, you go and meet. Tell him about me. He said, okay. Then I went, I told the secretary, can I go inside now? This letter is there. Oh, John asked you to come, you can go. See, when you get a letter from him, you can go immediately. So I went inside. As soon as I went, he is in his 60s, little elderly person, but army background. He was in army for a long time, so fit fellow. So I got him. So the first time in my life I'm talking to him. 4 years I was there on the same floor, never spoke to him. I always see him going into his cabin, coming out. Never met him, never spoke to him. So he gets up and he speaks to me as if he knows me. Sometimes leaders know, I used to handle this big quality assurance department, so he knows. So Laxman, you still call him Laxman, not Lakshman. So He-Man, Superman, Laxman. So Laxman, I said, yes, John. Yeah, thank you for the gift. Like that it was. I said, yes. Then he asked, why did you give me this gift? I said, yes. I was first of all blank while I'm talking to him. Now he's asking a question on top of that. Why did you give me this gift? Then I just closed my eyes for a minute. What should be the answer? Then I immediately remembered this verse, 9.2. I said, John, can you open your gift? I'll show you why I gave this gift to you in your gift only. So he opened the Bhagavad Gita. He said, what do you want me to see in this? Go to 9th chapter, 2nd verse. So I gave him a little class. That go to 9th chapter, 2nd verse. He said, yes, what is it? I said, read, what is it? What is written here? Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, Pavitram, Idam, Uttamam. That is the reason I gave to you. So I didn't understand anything. He said, read the translation now. What does it mean? This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. Right? So I said, this knowledge is given to kings. John, I consider you as a king of this floor. That's why I gave this book to you. You say, it's very nice. I gave you this book, it's very nice. Right? So then he told me something wonderful. He said, every time I came to India, because many customers, many vendors call him, Wipro, Infosys, all these big companies, they call him, come and visit us. So whenever he comes, he always wanted to buy a Bhagavad Gita. He heard about it. He heard, but he didn't know because they always take him into conference rooms, presentation. That's what happens, right? So he never get a chance to get out of those presentations. He always wanted to buy this Bhagavad Gita. So he was very happy. He said, see, my desire is fulfilled. You gave me this book. I always wanted to read this. Like that it was. So very nice. Then I told him there is a temple also here close by. If you want, they'll teach you. So he asked me, where is that? So I told him, just come out of your building, go down, there is a Copley Square, from there you go, there is a Backway Station, from Backway Station go, there is Commonwealth Avenue, on the Commonwealth Avenue there is the temple. So, it's very close by. I said, yeah, very close by, you want to learn, you go. I said, okay. So I had this conversation with him, he was so happy, and he went home. I think he read what, I think I started with 9th chapter for him. So I think he read something. Next day, or next day to next day, I came in the morning, I saw a greeting card. A small, nice, small greeting card. So on the greeting card, he again wrote, I started reading it, I'm loving it. Thank you for the wonderful gift. Anytime you need me, just ping me, like that. He wrote and left. See how much, why I'm sharing this incident is God is in everybody. He is a Christian. But when he wants to see the connection with God, it is above religions. You want to understand the activities of God, you can understand Bhagavad Gita also. Right? So that's why this verse is very dear to me. I remembered this verse at the right time, otherwise I would have been gone. So if John Singleton is still there, he left that organization. He's a crazy person. Now he is teaching how to fly small planes in an airport. Now, Americans do crazy things. They don't have one career path. So he was in army, then he came to banker, he became a banker, then IT person. From IT person, he got, at the age of 60 or 65, he left that job. And now, if I go to LinkedIn, he's shown as a flight instructor. Flight instructor for some airport. Anyway. So again, what does religious knowledge give me? Lord Krishna is telling, it gives direct perception of self by realization. What does it mean? Direct perception of self by realization. So the knowledge will make you realize and it will give you direct perception of who you are. If you are learning Bhagavad Gita, you should understand who are you. Who are you? You are not this body. We are not this body. We are the one inside the body. We are the one inside the body. Who are the one inside the body? I am the Atma. And who is God? He is Paramatma, from whom all the souls come. He is the Aham Bija Pradapitaha. He is the one through whom all of us have come. We can never become him. We can never become him. He is he, we are we. And what is our Sanatana position? What is the Sanatana Dharma? To always serve him. And when we serve him, we will become happy. This is the sutra. The one who understands this, what is it? Savem samparo dharma yato bhakti radhokshaje ahaiteki aprahiyata yatma suprasidati. Prasidati, meaning happy. You will become happy. How will you all become happy? By serving God. As simple as that. And serving God, how do you serve God? You serve the children of God. Right? You serve the humanity. You serve animals. You serve birds. You serve nature. You serve everything that belongs to God, and that will make you happy. Right? The most happiest people are the people who serve God. Right? They are very, very happy. They are so joyful. They are so internally peaceful. Have you seen devotees like that? Actually, I had gone to that Mataji's, Kavita Mataji house that day. Right? They had a satsang. They had a satsang darbar where they had Guruvani. They had that all nice Sardajis, they all came and they were singing. And after that, one boy who was maybe a little older than him, something like that, he started singing a big mantra, continuously. And there was a big smile on him, and everybody were smiling. And these kind of activities only happen in religion. These kind of activities only happen where you are getting connected to God. And that is what gives you happiness. See, when you have so much wealth, at one point, what will you do with that wealth? You have to give it to others. You start giving it to others. And then, even if that is not satisfying, you start giving it to God. So take it back. Whatever you gave me, it's yours now. Right? That is why if you say richest of the people, they become religious automatically. Because at one point, they don't know how to find more happiness. You can have big house, you can have big car, you can have big this. After that, what? Uske baad kya? Then you start trying to understand higher happiness. Right? So Krishna is telling here that when you understand Bhagavad Gita, You will get direct perception of the self through realization. You will understand who you are directly, who you are, and you will also realize that. You will also realize that you are the Atma. You are not the body. Right? And it's a perfection of religion. Let's go to the next one. There is a long purport. I request all of you to read this purports after going home. Because in interest of time, I'm going shloka by shloka. Right? So please read this purports. Third. Ashraddhana Purusha Dharma Shashya Parantapa Aprapyamam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Varkmani. Those who are not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me. O conqueror of the enemies. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world. Right? So very directly Krishna is saying, is there anything difficult to understand here? He's saying people who don't want God, where are they? They will continue to live in the material world. And is God getting angry with this verse? Do you see any anger here? Huh? If you don't come to me, you will burn in hell like that. Is he saying here? Huh? Nothing like that. He's saying if you're not interested in me, then you go live in the material world. You try to find your happiness in taking birth and death again and again. Because material world, everything is temporary. You understand it? But an intelligent person living in a material world will think what? Arey, sab kuch side mein rakho. Why am I taking birth? Why am I dying again and again? Right? See, a lot of people are proud of many things in this world. Right? Can you tell what are people proud of? Generally, what are people proud of? Huh? Their achievements. Their achievements. What else they are proud of? Huh? Their wealth they are proud of, yes. What else? Their physical appearance, physical beauty. मेरा जैसा नाक किसी के पास नहीं है, मेरा जैसा आंख किसी के पास नहीं है, हाँ? और क्या है? What are people proud of? मनोत्रा जी, status. मेरा पोजीशन किसी के पास नहीं है. All the assets, है कि नहीं? हाँ. What else? Knowledge. Who told that? Yes. People are very proud of knowledge also. Right? Very proud of knowledge. I have this, I have that, I have this. What is wrong in being proud? Huh? It doesn't develop humility. Yes, beautiful point. Hare Krishna. Beautiful point. You're all very nicely fixed up knowledge. People, very rare answer to tell. Huh? Very rarely people tell. When you have too much wealth, it doesn't develop humility. Right? When you're too much pride, it doesn't develop. Humility doesn't come automatically. Yes. What else is the problem with pride? You won't see hand of God. You'll start saying everything is mine. I have created it. Right? I have created it. What is the problem with pride? Contemplate. I am proud that I am devotee of Krishna. Is there a problem? I don't say problem. I am devotee of Krishna. I am proud that I eat prasadam. I don't eat anything else. I eat prasadam. Is there a problem? I am proud that I know that I am part of God. Is there a problem? I want to go back to spiritual world. I have a lot of pride in going back to spiritual world. Is there a problem? Yes or no?
Yes, because we have the mercy of Guru and Krishna.
I am proud of my Guru. Is there a problem? I am proud of this great knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Is there a problem? See, pride in itself is not a negative emotion. Problem with pride is, what are you identifying with? That creates a problem. Are you identifying with the wrong thing or are you identifying with the right thing? That's what makes pride positive or negative. What we should teach our children? Be proud of the right things. I am proud that I don't have any bad habit. Good. That's a good pride. I'm proud that I get up early in the morning before the sun rises. That's a good thing. No problem. That's what is called true ego and false ego. False ego means you identify with everything that is temporary in this material world. True ego means you identify with, even though you are living in this material world, you identify with God and the eternal world. All your activities are relevant towards going back to the eternal world. So pride in itself is not a negative emotion, but it becomes negative with whom you identify with. What are you trying to derive with? One of the next reaction of pride is you become attached to it. If I'm proud to do it, if I'm proud of it, I become attached to it, isn't it? And when I don't get it more, I become angry also. Right? So attachment and anger are a next step of pride. Next step of pride. But if your pride is towards the right direction, you'll still get attached. But the anger will be different kind of anger. I wanted to get up and go to the satsang. I don't know what I was doing. That also is anger only. But that anger is a good anger. It also can be used in the right way. So there are many things that can be used. But pride is a very dangerous thing. You should be knowing what you're identifying with. It's what you're identifying with. Right? So if you're identifying with God, if you're identifying with His knowledge, if you're identifying with devotees, if you're identifying with the right things, then pride is good. Yes. So here the problem is, Krishna is saying, if you're not identifying with me, then you have to go to a world where everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. In this material world, everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. Day before yesterday, one of the Prabhus, used to come to our satsang. His name is Ravi Teja Prabhu. Right? Very unfortunate incident happened. He lost his child. Yeah. So 9th month delivery, just after delivery, it happened. Something like that happened. So he was talking to me. Sorry, Mother, I forgot. Don't take it negative. Everything is positive. So he was talking to me. Why this happened to me? He attended all the classes. Why did Krishna do this to me? So simple thing is, Krishna is not doing anything. We are in a place where everything happens like this. We are in that place. The place, nature is Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. Sabko dukhi milne wala hai, sukh nahi milne wala hai. So if you are in the Dukkhalayam, if you are getting dukkha, what kind of complaint is that? Can you go into a movie theater and tell too much sound of it? Why did you go into the movie theater? You chose, right? You went into the movie theater. What do you expect? Why is Krishna telling Bhagavad Gita? He's telling that you can come out of the movie theater, come back to me. In this shloka, what is he telling? Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death. Meaning what? Indirectly, what is he telling? Don't go to the path of birth and death, come back to me. Come back to the eternal world. As a father is again and again telling you. Right? So why to complain about pain in this world when you know that the world is made to give pain? And what is the most painful thing about this material world? That everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. Our body is temporary. Our children are temporary. Our parents are temporary. I don't know how many of you have seen your parents off, but it's a very painful thing. Parents are the most caring people in this world who are not transactional with you. And when you lose your parent means what? You lost the most important person in your life. Because they genuinely love you. But this material world, you have to lose such people also. Right? Sometimes people lose very close friends. Sometimes they get into so many rifts. All this world is filled with pain. Look at that Israel and Palestine again. Sorry for repeating it. Isn't it so much pain? Right? Families being killed, butchered. Sometimes the news when they're speaking, I was hearing to that, Hamas terrorist who was speaking what they were doing with Israelis or what they have done. I'm not supporting either party, but I'm saying what they have done. Not any human being can do that. What they did, how they killed family members before each other, children, how they did. You wouldn't even imagine to do something like that. But why is it happening? Because this material world is like that. This material world is like that. So what is there to complain? If something bad happens to you, what is there to complain? Why are you here? So Krishna is telling, "Wahan baith ke mat raho, ab wapas aa jao. At least now you choose me, so you come back out of this world. Otherwise, you'll continue here. Right? Misery will come in some other way." In previous chapter, we heard that shloka. What is it? "A Brahma bhavana loko punaravartino Arjuna." From the Brahma in the Brahma Loka to the ant in a Patala, everybody has to come back here again and again and again and again and again. Why do you want to stay here and come back? So that's why it's a very confidential knowledge. A lot of people outside don't even know this. What they don't know this? That they don't have a choice. They don't know that they have a choice. They don't know that they have a choice of not coming here. How many of your relatives know? How many of your friends know? First of all, they won't even think in those lines. They are just living. Abhi paisa hai. Na? Buy a car, buy a house, nice, go on a vacation, spend 10 lakhs, go to Singapore, 20 lakhs, go to Europe tour. But यही mind में चल रहा है. They're not thinking about what will happen. They're not thinking about death. If you talk about death, it's a negative topic. Right? But death is going to come. When somebody dies, then they'll complain, why did why did God do this to me? अब तक क्यों नहीं पूछा? Why did you ask till now? Till now you're busy enjoying. When something bad happens, immediately you'll start blaming God. Arey, where are you? What is happening with you? You'll never question. You know what I'm saying? This is going on in the world today. Very rarely people question and then they become awakened. And we heard that shloka in the previous chapter. Bahunam janmanam ante yanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvaiti samahatma sudurlabha. After many births, bahunam janmanam ante, after many births, one person will question, who am I? Who am I? Bahunam janma. Jnanavan mam prapadyate. They'll get jnana and they'll approach me. Vasudeva sarvaiti. That Krishna is the source of everything. Samahatma sudurlabha. One who understands like that is durlabha. Very rare. Right? He's giving the answer. So he's very clearly telling that the people who don't take up to devotional service have to take birth again and again and again. Does Krishna want us to suffer here again and again and again? What is the proof that God doesn't want us to suffer here? What is the proof? Prove me that God doesn't want us to suffer here. Huh? He appears again and again. Yada yada hi dharmasya jnanir bhavati bharataha apyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujanami paritranaya sadhuna vinashachritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Okay, he appears again and again. What is the other proof that God doesn't want us to suffer here? He gave us Bhagavad Gita. He gave us the path. He gave us the path. Jisko, if you're angry with somebody, will you tell your home address? Huh? Will you really Google map? Will you approve that my gate? Huh? You will not do that, right? What is Krishna doing here? He removed my gate, he removed security, everything he removed. Directly come to me. Just get this knowledge and come back to me. If he is not a well-wisher, will he give Bhagavad Gita? Huh? Why is he giving? Because he's seeing that we are suffering. He's seeing that you are becoming old. He's seeing that, see, if your car is becoming old, it's a big problem, right? Huh? Your friend, if there is a friend of yours, what will he tell you if your car is becoming old? Do something, it might stop anytime. I'll drop you. Don't go in that car. Right? So Krishna is also like that. He's looking at our body. And every time he's seeing this fellow till 20 years is like jumping and running. But that fellow doesn't know after 20 years he can't do that. This body is becoming old and old. After another 20 years he can only see people jumping. After another 20 years if he sees he'll get a heart attack. Again, he's saying, hey, why are you taking the temporary body? You have an eternal body in the spiritual world. You have Swayam Swarupa, your spiritual body is there. Why are you unnecessarily taking that material body again and again? Come back to me. come back to home, घर पे आजा, सब कुछ है, right? So that is a proof. If somebody says God wants me to suffer, God doesn't want you to suffer. You are choosing to suffer. You are making a choice to suffer, isn't it? Now, beautiful shloka again, fourth shloka. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani na chaham tveshi avasthita. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. What does it mean? Now he's talking about his expansion and his energies. God is a separate person. Through him, entire universe is pervaded. Everything is coming from him, but he still remains a separate person. Energy and energetic are two different things. He is energetic. From the energetic, the energy is coming. Understand this, right? A lot of people say, okay, I will die, I will merge with God. मैं भगवान बन जाऊंगा. No, you cannot merge with God. Even though everything is coming from God, but he and his energy are two different things. We are part of his marginal energy. Tatastha Shakti. We discussed about three energies, remember? Antarangik Shakti, Tatastha Shakti, Bahirangika Shakti. Internal energy, marginal energy, external energy. We are part of his marginal energy. We can become part of his internal energy also, but we will not become him. There is no way that will become God. We have qualities of God. Understand this. We have qualities of God. Qualitatively, we are like God. Quantitatively, we are not like God. We are Anu, is Vibhu. Anu means small, Vibhu means unlimited. Right? We are a drop, he is the ocean. A drop has the same quality of ocean. If you want to touch, oh, how is the ocean tasting? You don't have to drink the ocean. You just take a drop. I know it's salty. That's enough. To understand God, if you understand you will understand. Same qualities are there. But then quantitatively, we cannot become God. We can fall into the material world. He will never fall into the material world. He is Achyuta, one who never falls. Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Satoguna, they can affect us. God, it cannot affect. God is above the gunas. God is in fact the creator of the gunas. Right? Nobody can influence God. God can influence everybody. So understand this difference. Right? Now here Lord Krishna is saying, by me in my unmanifested form, the entire manifested and unmanifested. There are two things. Unmanifested form is what? It's formless. Right? Through his energy. He is pervading the entire world. But he is different. He is also telling at the end, all beings are in me, but I am not in them. Meaning, he is there inside all of us as Paramatma. He is there. But he is still separate. God expands. There is three levels of expansions of Vishnu. Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Three different Vishnus are there. Mahavishnu is what? When he wants to create the material world, he enters into the material realm. At the outer layer he stays, and through his pores, universes come out. And in each one of these universes, he enters as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. The first Vishnu is Karanadakshay Vishnu or Mahavishnu. Second universe, when the universes come out, they are called Brahmandas. In each Brahmanda, he enters as Garbhodakshay Vishnu. From his Garbha, from his navel, Brahma comes out in the form of plant and he starts the creation. And all the living entities are given bodies. Living entities are coming from God only. But Brahma creates bodies. So he supplies. Here are the snakes, here are the Praja. He creates Prajapatis. One Prajapati for Prajapati, the one who creates Praja. Right? One Prajapati for animals, one Prajapati for birds, one Prajapati for reptiles, one Prajapati for humans. Right? And who is the Prajapati for humans? Manu. Right? So he creates all these Prajapatis and he creates bodies, and Narayan sends the souls into these bodies. We all have come like that into these bodies. Right? Now, in this whole equation, is God everywhere? He is everywhere. Then as soon as Brahma creates the bodies and Narayan sends the souls into the bodies, he also enters into that body of the person as Kshirodaksha Vishnu. Kshirodaksha Vishnu. Karanadaksha Vishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Kshirodaksha Vishnu. Is God everywhere? He is everywhere. But is he only here? No. He is in his original place. Goloka Vrindavan. There he is Krishna. There is always with Radharani, always with the gopis, always with his close associates. So God is everywhere. He is omnipresent, omniscient. What is the third one? Omnipotent. But he is also his original self, the separate place. And nobody can move him from there. He is always in Vrindavan. And he is always enjoying. He doesn't have to do work. When God has to do work, he expands into one more person, he goes and does the work. How nice, na? Huh? If you're all God, we can sit in the house and say, okay, expansion. You go and do the programming. We can't do that. He can do that. He can expand to many, many Vishnus. Many, many Narayans. Many, many Narayans he can become. Right? And then he can also expand as so many Devatas and get all the job done. And he originally is sitting in the house. He doesn't even know we are having a class here right now. He doesn't even know that there is a city getting formed. He doesn't even care about all these things. Because all these things are temporary. Just imagine you going to God and complaining that I have a leakage in my roof. I bought this flat, मेरे घर में leakage है. You think God will be affected? What leakage? Which flat? Which universe? Huh? Which Vishnu is taking care? Why is this complaint coming to me? Not applicable. Anyway, it's just going to, I got cancer. Which cancer? Which body? Which soul? What are you talking about? Right? Like that. Anyway, so that's the greatness of God. You should understand the greatness of God. God is not somebody who will remove disease. There are so many religions, right? You go and they'll touch your face. Then that fellow will go and immediately get converted. That fellow. He removed this disease. He removed this. You think koi kaam nahi hai kya Bhagwan ko? You'll eat nonsense, get disease, he'll remove it and you'll become that? No, that is not the business of God. God means the one who attracts us to come back to his abode, not to fix problems of this world. Problems also we only created, fixing also we only have to do. Again. Yes, let's go to the fifth shloka. Nachapatsthani bhutani pasya me yogam aishwaram bhutaprinna cha bhutastho Mahatma bhuta bhavana. And yet, everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not part of this cosmic manifestation. For myself is the very source of creation. I just repeated from this verse, right? He's clearly telling everything is coming from me. लेकिन मेरा इससे कोई लेना देना नहीं. I have created this for all of you. Everything is coming from me, but I am not related to it. I am completely aloof and renunciated with it. God is not attracted to anything that we can give him. Sir, I have given 5 acres of land for the temple. From him, universes are coming out, Brahmandas are coming out. Huh? How many acres are coming out of him? Is there a meaning? Right? Sir, I have given that golden mukut in Tirupati. What is golden mukut in Tirupati? How many Lakshmi Devis he has? How many Lakshmi Devis are there in the universe? Mukkoti Lakshmis are there. Mukkoti Lakshmis. Mukkoti Narayanas are there. All the Lakshmi Narayans are there. Right? How much funds does Lakshmi Devi have? One Lakshmi Devi have? How much gold she has? It's meaningless. Your material opulence is meaningless in front of God. Right? What is the only thing that God gets attracted to? Devotion. That's all. That is the only thing that will attract God. Does it mean I should not give golden mukut? give it with devotion. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhakta pranashati. Give whatever you are giving, whether it's a leaf, whether it's a water, whether it's a milk, whether it is fruit, whether it's a flower, give it with devotion. Then I'll accept it. Everything else has no value, in it. Right? Because he is the source of everything. What will you give him back? Nothing. Right? See, scientists say that I've created this. Edison told I've invented bulb. Really? You've invented bulb? Who created that energy inside? Who created that glass? The glass came from where? He brought glass like this. Huh? No, he took some chemical, he made the glass, he took some chemical, he made something liquid inside, took some chemical, he made, then he joined everything, it bulb came. I invented. No, he didn't invent, he just joined things. Who is the one who is behind all these things? Right? God. Scientists have to understand that they cannot do anything without God. God has given them everything, right? So I am the source of creation, but I am not part of it. Very, very important. Huh? This is why it's the most confidential knowledge. This is the chapter is called the most confidential knowledge because God is telling everything is coming from me, but I am not in that. I am completely separate. You want to come to me, you come. Or you want to be with all these things, you stay. Right? Text 6. Yathakshastito nityam Vayum sarvatra go mahan Tatha sarvani bhutani Mat sthaniti upadraya. Understand that as the mighty wind blowing everywhere rests always in the sky, all created beings rest in me. So he's giving an example how to understand. It's very difficult to understand that everything is coming from me, yet he is not part in me. Everything is there in the wind. You're all in me. You're all in me. Wind is in the sky. The sky is huge. There is wind everywhere. In the same way, God is everywhere and you're all in me. He's giving an example here. Sarva bhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punastani kalpado vishrajami ham. O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature. And at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. Confidential knowledge. What is he telling? At the end of every millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature. And at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. So whatever this material world that you are seeing, will go back into Mahavishnu. It's a very technical topic. In Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a chapter about creation. Many chapters about creation. How the creation happens. How everything came into existence. With detail it is given. Oh, Pradhana Shakti, it comes out first from Mahavishnu, when there are 24 elements. He looks into them, he sends all the souls into them, right? And then he also sends Kala Chakra. The moment the time starts, the material world starts. Material world is bound by time. So there is a whole explanation how the creation happens. And at the end of the time it gets over, everything becomes annihilated, and everything goes back into him. And again everything comes out from him. So he is the source of everything. Nara Ayana. Nara means living entities. Ayana means shelter. Ayana means shelter. Where all the living entities stay is called Narayana. Nara Ayana. Right? Like that it is explained. Prakritim swam avastapya Visrajami puna puna Bhutagramam imam krishnam Avasam prakriter vasat. The whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will. It is automatically manifested again and again, and under my will it is annihilated, at the end. Right? According to how is the world functioning? According to God's will. Till how long we all will last? Until He wants us to. Till how long the universe will last? Until He wants it to. How is this planet Earth floating? Nobody has answered, right? See how funny it is? We don't even know how we are floating or how this planet is floating, and we are comfortably living. And some people are also saying there is no God. Hey, answer this question, na? How is this Earth planet floating? Nobody could tell an answer till now. But if you read Bhagavad, he is telling, under my desire, under my energy, it is floating. Right? He is giving full description how everything is floating. What comes after one, what comes after next. Right? So we can see God if we love God. We cannot see God if we hate God. Simple. Isn't it? In everything you can see God. Even in air condition you can see God. That, hey, Krishna, what kind of energy he has created? He can create this out of that, that out of this. But if you hate God, you'll think that I have created air condition. God could not create. See, if God can create air condition, why didn't He give air condition ready-made? I had to make air condition. I made something great. Like that you'll think. So to see God, you have to love God. So He's saying very clearly, again and again this thing is happening. The universe is coming again and again. We are taking birth again and again. The universes are going again and again. This all thing is a big chakra. It's continuously going on according to time. 9.9 Nachamam tani karmani Nibadnanti dhananjaya Udasinavad asinam Ashaktam teshu karmashu. O Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities. Seated as though neutral. Right? So he's saying I am neutral. I'm not like bothered by what is going on here. For example, again the same example, Israel and Palestine. What is God's position here? What is God's position here? Is he neutral or is he partial? He's neutral. You both are beating and killing each other. What is it got to do with me? Who created whatever religion? You are the ones who are fighting with each other. Don't blame God. Krishna, why is it happening? Krishna is like, why are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing? And why are you complaining? I never asked you to fight like that. I gave you a material world. I gave you a body. Live in that. You use that body for self-realization. Right? So whatever is happening has got nothing to do with God. Yes, we can call to God saying, God, please save me. I messed up. Something happened. Please save me. Then He might give you knowledge that Bhaiya, you can save like this. Like even Arjuna and Pandavas asked, please save us, we are like this. Okay, I am coming to help you. He will come to help you. But who created the mess? Did Krishna create the mess for which Mahabharata happened? No, Mahabharata happened within Kauravas and Pandavas. But why did he come to support the Pandavas? If he is neutral, why did he come to support the Pandavas? Number one, they are devotees, they love Krishna. Number two, they are supporting Dharma. They are supporting Dharma. They are not supporting Adharma. Right? So he will come to support Dharma. But in the mess of this world, he is not responsible. Don't go and tell God, why did this happen? Why did I? You are in this place where problems are going to be there, like we discussed some time back. So there is no question of complaining. You all understood? So he is not bound by any of these activities. He is not God. It's God's responsibility to fix this. Nobody can say that. Nobody can say that it's God's responsibility to fix this. Right? For example, I gave the example previously. If there is a doctor here among all of you, and somebody falls here and he is struggling to breathe, can the doctor tell that today is Sunday, I am here in class, I will not go? No, he has to get up and immediately save him. Because this is dharma. His dharma is to save the people who are in suffering. They are suffering. He has got the knowledge, he has to go and save them. But if God is sitting here, it is not his responsibility to save him. He is not bound by it. You understanding? Because you created this mess. He's not bound by it. You can't put a responsibility on God saying, Krishna, you are responsible. No, he's not responsible. I'm not responsible. Right? Draupadi blamed Krishna that how did you allow it to happen? How did you allow it to happen? Krishna could answer that I didn't allow it to happen. You people messed it up. You people had a problem. Right? You created a situation where this incident happened. But because Draupadi loves Krishna, and because Krishna loves Draupadi, he told, okay Draupadi, I will make sure that anybody in the Rajya Sabha who saw this happening to a woman like you, their wives will mourn on their dead bodies. Their wives will mourn on the dead bodies. I will make sure that will happen. Because she called for that help. Right? What is the time? 10. There is a lot of music going on in the background. So any questions? We'll stop it here 9:9. But this chapter will explain the nature of God. That's why it's the most confidential knowledge. A lot of people don't know who is God, how is he related to us, is he with us, am I part of him? All these things he'll explain, right? So next week we'll continue this. So a couple of announcements I have. One is today is the beginning of Kartika Mas. Among all the months, Kartika Mas is most favorite to Krishna because this is the month of Radharani. Right? So in this month, whatever you do, the spiritual benefit will be quadruplified. Right? Whatever you do one round, it's equal to hundreds of rounds. Doesn't mean you do only one round. Do your 16 rounds. Or if you have not yet started doing 16 rounds, start now. This is the best time to start. You can do. Everybody can do. Right? One day you can do. If you will get up early, you will finish your round. No problem at all. If you get up late, that's where the problem starts. Right? But anyway, during this month of Kartik, one activity I request all of you to do in front of God. If you have a Radha Damodar picture, you can also find it in internet, in a mobile, Radha Damodar, where Krishna is bound by Yashoda. Right? Krishna is bound to a grinding motor. Krishna is bound, that's why Radha Damodar. That particular form of Krishna we worship during this month. And we offer lamp, the ghee lamp. So every evening, offer a nice ghee lamp to Krishna. And there is a nice song called Damodar Ashtakam. You all can sing. Nama Vishwaram Sachitananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Vrajaman. Beautiful song, right? So every evening you can sing that song. Probably too much Sanskrit, no problem. You on it in YouTube, take a printout, just look at it and try to sing it along. In 4 days you will sing along. 5th day you don't need the YouTube also, right? It's that simple. It explains the whole pastime of Krishna. But every evening, as a family, around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you all can come together and offer a ghee lamp to Krishna. Can you all do that? We can do that, right? Yes, every evening. And in the center here, Bhakti Center, the Chivoli that we opened, every evening we are going to celebrate Damodar Ashram. So if you want to come from your office, you can directly come there. 8 o'clock we'll offer the lamp. 8 o'clock. You all can come. How many other days in a week we can come? Right? It's a very good thing to do. And there are several festivals which will come during this month. Govardhan festival, where Lord Krishna lifted Govardhan. Gopashtami, where Srimati Radharani wears like a Gopa, the dress like a Gopa. Many festivals are there. Even Srila Prabhupada's disappearance happened during this month. Right? So, I will be going on a yatra again. So one weekend will not have satsang. I'll be going on November 14th, coming back on November 21st. So I think the Sunday which comes in between, there will not be any satsang. Right? I request all of you to plan to go to some holy place during this time. Kartik month is the best time to go to holy dhams. Right? I'm going to Jagannath Puri. There is Dwarka, there is Rameshwaram, there is Srirangam, right? There is Tirupati, you can plan. Whatever is close by. Ahobilam, you can go to Ahobilam. Go to a holy place during Kartika Mas. Every day offer a ghee lamp, right? To Lord Krishna in the form of Lord Radha Damodar, right? And And next week, Saturday, we are distributing Bhagavatams, Srimad Bhagavatams. Remember, I told you all can sponsor, some of you did. And we got sponsorship for 414 Srimad Bhagavatam sets so far. 414. That's a big number. More than 25 lakhs, you can say, in money. You know, all devotees came. Only our satsang only, just extended satsang from Gachibowli. We all sponsored for so many. If you still want to sponsor, there is still time. Message me, I will let you know. We are giving this Bhagavatam set to temples. In your name, the Bhagavatam set will go to a temple or a Brahmana, and he is going to read that, and that benefit you will get. Right? So it's a wonderful opportunity. Each Bhagavatam set is 6,000 rupees. Right? Telugu Bhagavatam set we are giving. English, oh, is it okay? Is okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is happening on 4th. 4th is a Saturday, and it's happening in Yadadri. How many have gone to Yadadri here? Yeah, many of you. If you're not gone, please go. Please come. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. 8:30 we're going to start that. So you have to start here 1.5 hours before. It's like good amount of distance, but entire thing is outer ring road. Most of it you will not even feel traffic. So please come there by 8:30. You will have services if you want to do. Right? And we'll be distributing Bhagavatams one by one. And His Grace Radhesham Prabhu is coming, he'll give a talk. And another Prabhu is, Vedant Chaitanya Prabhu is coming, he'll give a talk. And then we'll distribute the Bhagavatam sets on your behalf to everybody. Right? So 400, when we started, we were wondering how many Bhagavatams we'll do. 10, 15, 15, 30. But Krishna always surprises. Slowly, 100, 200, 300, 400. Last year we did 308. And I was like, this record will never break. Krishna smashed the record. It's already 414, right? So everybody has come forward, and this is a very good pious activity to do, is to give Shastradan to a temple where they will read for the rest of the life, right? It's a big asset that should be in a temple. There is Vigraha, there is Shastra also. And if Brahmanas in the world will learn this knowledge properly, just imagine this satsang happening in every house. It was so nice, right? So that's what we are trying to aim towards, right? So that's one. So please come on November 4th to Yadadri. It's 1.5 hour drive from here. It's a nice drive. You will see the temple. There is Pancha Narsimha, 5 Narsimhas in that place. So you can come and take darshan. By afternoon, 12:30 it will get over. 1 o'clock can have lunch prasadam, and then you all can come. 1,000 people are coming at this point. 400 donors, 400 receivers. They are only 800. Plus 100, 200, satsang members from everywhere, and some local temple priests also we are calling them, right? So please come. It's a nice. In Kartika Mas, I told you go to a dham. Even Yadadri is a dham, right? So you can also go to Yadadri. Yeah. Any questions on this till now? How do you go? Book a Ola, book a Uber, go. Outstation and go. Right? And today we are doing Sharad Purnima. It's a very special festival for us. How many have seen Sharad Purnima celebration anytime? Even once? No? आप लोग नहीं देखे पूरा डेकोरेशन करते हैं altar को. Have you seen the videos I have sent? 2-3 video clips I have sent. Just go back and see. I have sent 2-3 video clips of Sharad Purnima done in our house last 2 years. Right? So there will be whole forest like setup. There will be done. Radha Krishna will be in between. And today is a day everybody will sing for them. And today Damodar Ashtakam prayers will start. For next 30 days, the festival will go on. But today is special. Sharad Purnima. Big moon. And Radha and Krishna, you go to any temple around the planet, Radha Krishna temple, there will be huge decoration today. Right? Some temples have celebrated yesterday, but yesterday there was Grahan. So they are celebrating today. Right? So you all can come to Bhakti Center. Come on, it's so close by. Just come. Come in the evening, sit down, take the darshan, have some nice prasadam, and come home. Right? It's very close by. How many have come to Bhakti Center here? Most of you have come. Yeah, please come today. Today is a special day. Beginning of Kartik. You can offer lamp with everybody. Today together we'll offer lamp. Right? Damodar Ashtakam lamp. You all can come. So if you want to know the address, it's Bhakti Center, Gachipur. You'll find that in Google Maps. Okay. So before the music goes even at a peak, we will sing a Narshing Arati in competition to that music. Namaste Narasimhaya Narasimhamahim Sharanam Prapadye Avasara Kamalabare Naka Adbhuta Shindram Dalita Hiranyakashito Tanusanga Keshavadruta Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Avatara Hare Adbhuta Sindha नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, भक्त शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की, भगवद गीता चैप्टर 9 की, द मोस्ट कॉन्फिडेंशियल नॉलेज की, टाइगर प्रेमानंद, हरि हरि बोल, हरे कृष्णा. So thank you very much for coming Sunday morning. I missed all of you last 2 weeks, and it's so nice to see every one of you again. Thank you very much for coming. So we'll continue the journey. Next week we'll continue. The following week after that, I think one of the weeks I'll not be there. Then we'll continue again. But my humble request, this is a very special month. You can increase your number of rounds. Start chanting more. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Color, what is it? Harar Nama eva kevalam. Kalau nasteva, 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 nasteva gati. There is no other way than to chant the name of God. That's the best process. Hare Krishna. So yeah, please have prasadam now. We can keep prasadam a little inside too. They'll get confused who's. Bring the table inside. Hare Krishna.